Hello, 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 welcome back to Hunter Tune. Today we got a Fox body Mustang on the dyno. Very nice looking car. Do a little walk around for you guys. Super cool color. It's on a Holley Terminator X and it has an LC9 aluminum motor in it with a power glide and a bunch of goodies. So we are going to go through the tune-up on this thing and see how it's doing. The guy actually showed up and we're going to swap injectors while he was here, and he said that he had a set of snake eaters in here and he might have just had one bad one. I don't know if it was from sitting or what, or sometimes if you crush down the injector a little too much it can actually damage the body of the injector. So I don't know if that was the reason, but he had one dud out of the bunch. So I actually had a couple other snake eater 1500s sitting here and we tried to make a set out of kind of what we had. These are just some extras that I had laying around from a couple other cars that I was building. So I tried matching a set to his, and all of my 1500s were a little bit less flow than these ones, and I didn't really feel like mix and matching them. So we're just going to run, he's got Deca 80 pounders in it right now. It's on E85 and it has a Borg Warner S480 turbo and Edelbrock ProFlow intake. It's got a kind of small intercooler. It's on E85, but it should work out pretty well, and we're hopefully going to make some jam with it. It is a CO2 setup with a dual Mac valve boost control. So we got the car all strapped down onto the dyno. We're going to double check the straps. We got the dyno already set up. The tach's probably going to be off on the dyno because it is a converter car. Anytime I run, automatics on the dyno, the RPM plot doesn't always, it's not always happy. So I'll probably have to look at the power curve via mile per hour instead. But yeah, so this thing's pretty cool. We're gonna hop in it. He said he's got like 10-15 passes on this tune-up that's in here. So we are going to just do a data log and a dyno run, kind of see where everything's at, and then adjust from there. So crack the CO2 open. There we go. So we got CO2 pressure now. So the boost controller will work. Huh?
How much boost was Ryan running when he ran that 92?
17 pounds. So, all right guys, Trevor's gonna film here. We're gonna do our first run. This car has, I believe it's a 4-inch exhaust coming off the turbo. A lot of these turbos have a 5-inch, but it's neck down to 4 and then comes out of the bumper down here. So hopefully the camera doesn't get distorted from the noise, but we'll try. Alright guys, so first tug with the car, I made 590 horsepower and I think it was on like 13 pounds of boost. On the data log here, I'm going to show you, we cut some data on that run. This is what the power curve looks like. The torque is obviously wrong, but the blue line here is our horsepower via mile per hour, and it is looking fairly good. It is pretty flat up here power wise. I don't know if that's just the cam or what the deal is, but we did pull a data log out of it, and this is our information that we got from the log. So came up on boost. Sorry if you can't see, the lighting's kind of shitty right here to be able to actually look at the laptop, but anyways, 13 pounds of dome pressure. We saw 11.5 air fuel. The learn was within 5%, so that's pretty good. I did transfer the learning to the base already, and we'll see if the learn value gets closer, but usually if it's within 5, you're pretty good. I spun the car like 5,700, 5,800 only, just to kind of feel the car out and see how everything's doing. Let's see what kind of ignition we made. Drag race. So 13 pounds of boost, and it made 16 degrees of ignition timing. So we might feed it a little bit of timing and fix the timing map that is in it right now, because it currently, this is the spark table that is in the car. So it's kind of not very smooth, and it has all the timing in it at 1200 RPM up, and then it goes down to 19 and then back up to 20. So if we go up and boost, 17 degrees, going down to 16, up to 17, and then up to 18. So typically how I set these cars up is you want to run less timing down low RPM to save the bottom end. So if you shift the car and it drops really low RPM or something like that, it doesn't give it a bunch of torque down low, which tends to bend the rods on these LS motors. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a timing map that I made, or I got from Matt Happel and Jack Roberts helped me with. We're going to take one of those timing tables and implement it into this car and see how it does. I'm going to leave the timing a little soft. It'll probably have 2 more degrees in it overall than it did that pass, but we're just going to ramp the timing into it instead of having the timing flat like it is here. So, and obviously we're going to be limited to injector. We could check out our duty cycle here on the log just to see kind of where we're at. If we can see duty cycle somewhere. Okay, so that passed 71% duty cycle. So we might have a little bit of room with boost, and we'll probably have quite a bit of room with timing. So maybe we'll be able to make a decent amount of power with these 80 pounders, but we'll see where it goes. All right, guys, so we did just put in some timing ramp into the car instead of it being flat timing. I think it has another like degree or 2 in it overall, like up top, but it's ramping the timing in instead of being flat like it was before. So we're gonna try that, see what it does to the power curve. Not really gonna touch boost or anything like that. We're just gonna send it again, kind of see what it does, and see if it responds to the timing. And if it does, we'll give it a little more, because I feel like the timing that was in this car is fairly soft for the amount of boost that it's on, and we may have to give it timing to make power instead of boost because of the small injectors. We're gonna try to make up for that. So we are going to get everything loaded up here. I already got the file loaded on the handheld, and we're gonna give her the beans.
Same power?
615.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Picked up a little bit.
She ain't leaving until she makes 650, because that's what I said.
Like that.
Well, I mean 615, you're not far off.
Oh yeah, I picked up everywhere. So if we compare before to now, hang on, let me get rid of torque.
Oh yeah, let's get away from that.
So if we just look at the horsepower curves, these two, you can see it picked up like everywhere, probably 504 to 5. Let's zoom in on this. So blue was, say, 487 horsepower at this spot, and now it's making 525. So 487 to 525 is how much? 487 to 525. 525 to 485. About 40 horsepower.
Yeah. No one can do math.
Everywhere. 38 horsepower. Pretty much the whole curve.
Oh yeah.
So,
I like that.
and that's no boost adjustment or anything. So we'll see what it did. And alrighty guys, so this pass we are going to be doing a little bit more dome pressure because we're only making about 13 pounds of boost-ish. S480, this is a really healthy combination and it'll make a lot of power if we could put injectors in it. So this time we are going to target 11.8 air fuel instead of 11.5. We're going to see if it likes it, and we're going to see how the dome pressure reacts. So it was at 12 psi dome pressure before. We're going to try 15 and see where it ends up.
Watch this.
Why is the brake light coming on?
But my foot's hitting it, probably.
Because it was on when you got into it too.
Oh, really? Yeah, because those pedals are so close together, my foot's hitting it. Alright guys, so this pass, we're just going to put a little more dome pressure in it. We're only at 75% duty cycle right now, so we're going to try to get as much injector out of it as we can, and then we'll set the timing up accordingly. But made 14 pounds of boost that last pass, a little more timing and a little leaner air fuel, and it liked all of it. So we're just going to do one thing at a time now to see what responds the best, and go from there.
Yeah, 700 wheel.
That was just boost change.
That's nice.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of boost it made. Alright guys, so we're kind of limited on injector right now. We're going to just see if it responds to another degree or two of timing. And then we're going to park it there. I want to leave the injector because the injector's at about 85% right now. I want to be able to have a little bit of a window for cushion in case this thing makes more boost at the track, which it might. So obviously the dyno can do a certain amount of load and the track might load the car a little differently depending on weather conditions and all that kind of stuff. So we are going to just send it with this timing and we'll probably park it. He'll run it at the track and we'll go from there. So hopefully we'll be able to see this thing at the track too. He also runs down at Great Lakes Dragway, so. Yep, you're good. All right.
Double trouble.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Mustang done. Everything went really good. Made a peak power of 730 wheel horsepower. Everything was doing good, but the last pull I added 2 degrees. It only picked up about 20 horsepower, so I backed the timing back down to around 700 wheel. He's gonna try it down at the track, see what kind of boost it makes at the track versus on the dyno, because when you make a lot of power with some of these cars, sometimes the dyno will load them a little differently than the track will, so it's best to just see what the car runs at the track and then turn it up from there. And then we can kind of get a feel for how much, you know, dome pressure versus boost it makes on dyno versus track. So that's next step is he might actually go with us down to the track one of these days, and hopefully we'll see the car soon. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the pulls and some Holley Terminator, and we will get to more of it soon. Hopefully we can get these injectors up for sale soon and get some more merchandise for you guys as well. We want to get some shirts, some hats, some beanies, sweatshirts, lanyards, literally any Hunter Tune merch we can to help you guys out and to help you guys support the channel. So we appreciate you watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. I appreciate it because the likes show me that you guys actually watch it all the way to the end. So be sure to hit the like button before you leave, and have a great night and a better tomorrow. T-Bag's finishing up this B17 to get installed tomorrow.
Hey, buddy.